go. Hi, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm great. Thank you. All right. So go ahead and tell us about your facility.
Well, I have a 14,000 square foot laser tag and arcade facility where 7,000 of it is my laser tag arena. And basically I use the Gatemaster system, and as Tiffany said, for laser tag the scheduling is crucial, so it's a very, very good tool to be used.
Great. And then how long have you been using Gatemaster?
I've been open for a little over 8 years, so I've been using it since day one.
Okay, great. And then when's your busy season? Do you have a busy season at all?
Yeah, because I am based out of New York, so when it's sunny out, kids are outside, so I do slow down. But my busy seasons, it goes from October to April.
Oh, okay. Good to know. And then how do you handle employee turnover and training?
Well, turnover, usually when I get an employee, I get to keep them for about 4 years. I hire primarily high school students other than my management staff. So with the 4 years that I have them, it's very easy to train them. There's very little training that goes into, as far as running a game of laser tag. And with the simplicity of the point of sale system as far as Gatemaster, usually it's very easy to use, so training is very simple. Have a basic program set up that, teach them how to do this, and so that's pretty much all I do for training.
Okay. No, and I was thinking 4 years is a long time actually for a teenager, so that's great. They must like working there.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
It's yeah, because the 4 years, it's a high school job, not that crazy amount of hours, so that's what's nice about it, and we have a high school locally, so it's easy to always find new employees.
I bet. And then how do you keep customers coming back, and how do you promote to your customers?
The customers, it's a big thing with customers. You really have to really give them a good experience. And once a customer goes into your facility and they have a good experience from day one, they're going to most likely be a repeat customer. So usually with that, it allows them to come back, and then promotions and everything else, heavy on social media, always having people post and everything else. So you offer promotions and stuff. A lot of times, we'll run a promotion that if kids say, they click here on their Facebook from their smartphones, we'll give them a coupon for like $1 off for a game of laser tag. Special little in-depth promotions that deal directly with customers that help you promote your business.
Cool. And then are there any procedural best practices that you've implemented to minimize clerical human error?
As far as like procedures and stuff, there's a very basic set of things that, when people come in. Human error really, I guess for the most part, doesn't exist for me anyways, because of the things that I have in place. So, my basic employees aren't allowed to get in depth to the back end of the system. So, it goes in with the scheduling. I guess the biggest error that could happen in a laser tag facility is you oversell a game. But if you're using the scheduler, you can't oversell a game because you only have so many slots left in there. So you really, that's the biggest error that you really could have at a laser tag facility. If you have 40 packs and you try to put 50 people in there, that's not fun. So that's where the scheduler comes into play.
Nobody wants that. And then has Gatemaster helped prevent customer or employee theft?
Yes, with my facility, absolutely. As I said, I use a very simple interface. The kids have, as far as anybody running the register, it's what it is. And then when I have my reports at the end of the day, especially with coupons and stuff like that, I have all my reports right there. I know how much cash is in my drawer, how much credit card, checks, so on and so forth. So with the report side of things, checks and balances exist right there.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's usually how people get, we hear stories about how somebody might catch an employee, and it's all related to reports. So, oh, great. Yeah. And then what are the rules for laser tag at your facility, and how do you maintain safety?
The basic rules, always because you're dealing with a lot of kids, really, you got to keep the running under control. Kids like to run, they're happy, they're excited and everything else. That's one of our big rules because, you know, it's like a freight train. When one kid starts running, the others all want to jump in line and keep running. So big rule in my place is no running and obviously no climbing on anything. So, you know, you always just got to watch it, and that's what the staff's there. You know, usually if you tell a kid, hey, stop running nicely, they stop running.
Mm-hmm. And what do your party packages look like? And what customer information do you require when scheduling?
The birthday party packages, I mean, there's, you know, we try to cater to everybody, so we try to have multiple different packages, you know, affordable to all the way up to the crazy. So, I mean, you know, they basically include games of laser tag, you do the basic party setup, you know, cups, plates, napkins and stuff, and then pizza and soda and stuff like that. As far as information I require when I get the parties, name, address, phone number, because all that information is valuable, especially when you're trying to recontact them or when they call and rebook a party. It's nice to know reoccurring customers. And the last thing is we just take a $50 deposit to lock them in their time slot. So, you know, that way it's less people skipping out on town on you. For, you know, they say, oh,
Yeah,
I'm coming,
smart.
but yeah, so, and then that comes off their bill, obviously, at the end.
Mm-hmm. And then, so you did mention some deals and coupons. Are there any other offers, or do you ever use Groupon, anything like that?
Yep. Oh, no, absolutely. We definitely, we do Groupon, and we structure it a little bit differently. And that's really what's nice about, you know, Groupons and stuff like that. It does outreach to a lot of people. So we usually just give discounts on our laser tag because that's our most able to barter with. You know, games of laser tag, when you really break it down on physically what it costs you and everything else, it's a great barter tool. So we do Groupon quite often, and it's really nice because when the customer comes in and redeems a Groupon, you know, we create a button that says, okay, Groupon that, and then we have it linked to a web browser where the employee hits it, and the barcodes are usually on the piece of paper or on their phone that they scan right with the barcode scanner, and it instantly redeems it for that.
All within Gatemaster, right?
Yes, yeah, because
Okay.
as far as that, yeah, pretty much everything's that. The only thing that goes outside of Gatemaster, but it's able to be linked, is I have it go directly to my Groupon website login thing. So, but they're not going to Internet Explorer or anything like that. They're physically using, you know, Gatemaster has its own little web browser that it kind of entails that it goes right to.
Okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. And then, so how do your employees reserve laser tag? Kind of walk us through your process.
The first step, say a birthday, you know, as far as that customer walks in the door, say they want to buy a game. It's really depending on if they're going to buy a, you know, like, yeah, 1 game, 2 games, or 3 games. So if they buy a single game, you know, we sit there, charge them out for the single game, put them in the available game that we have, and then, you know, if they're going to buy 2 games, same process, you know. They're going to buy 1 game, put them in their time slot, and when they buy their second game, put them in their other time slot. We do use colors here at my facility. So, you know, when the 1 o'clock blue game's ready to go in, we make an announcement in the arcade, 1 o'clock blue's coming in, and then that person now has a slip that they're going to hand to the game marshal when they go in, so they know they're for the 1 o'clock blue mission. So after they come out, you know, say they're for the 2 o'clock red mission, so they come out, you know, games of laser tag are only 15 minutes, so for me, then they just wait around till the 2 o'clock red gives them some time in the arcade. We do have a small little snack concession, and then when we call for the 2 o'clock red, same thing. They hand the game marshal their slip for their 2 o'clock red, so that game marshal knows that they've paid for that game, and then they're in the correct time slot. They go in and they play their game.
Okay, great. And I just want to say to everybody, we've only got a few questions left, so if you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat for Tim. And then what are some of your procedural best practices you can share?
The best procedural practices that really, you know, we do is make sure people, you know, I always make sure that my staff is directly, you know, engaged with customers and stuff like that. So it's really very important that you really have your staff, you know, go on it. And I don't like my staff sitting there on their cell phones or anything like that. So really they have to engage with customers, because if they're feeling happy, that's going to give them a good experience about your location.
Mm-hmm. And what's your favorite Gatemaster feature?
The scheduling.
I knew you were going to say that, but I figured I'd ask, you know.
Yeah, you had to ask.
And then how would you summarize your overall Gatemaster experience?
Tremendous. I mean, everything from day one. I've never had a problem with the system. It's been solid all the way through. And any questions that I've always had, it's nice just to call, talk to somebody. I can't really thank you guys enough for helping me out from the start point. And I am glad that I've never went with another system, along with, your guys' integration with Charge It Pro to help me keep competitive on credit card pricing and everything. It's just, I don't know. It's just been a great overall experience.
Oh, good. Well, I appreciate you coming in and, well, talking with us, with all the other customers. And we always record these and share them on the internet so that way other people can enjoy them later. I don't see any questions, but just in case, I'll cover our next user group. So our next user group meeting is May 18th with When I Work Scheduling Software. We actually have a marketing partnership with them where the Gatemaster customers get a discount, and they actually just released a free version of their software. So if anyone's interested, I'll send out the link in the email recap for you guys to check out. And then June 15th is with Fetch Rev. They're a digital marketing platform that we're integrating with as we speak. So that will be a really great one for any Gatemaster customers, especially where you do collect your customer information to help get them back in your doors later. So any questions for those, you can always put those in the user portal. And if there is anyone who would like a standing invite to the user groups instead of signing up every month, go ahead and send me an email, bblair@gatemaster.com. I'd be happy just to keep a master list and just invite you every month. And then, you know what? There's no questions for today, but Tim, once again, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time for this, the case study, and we appreciate everything that you can do to help us out and any other customers that are willing to speak with us. Thanks again, and see you next time. Thanks,
Bye.
Tim. You're welcome. Bye-bye.